The question I'm most interested in as an educator is what can I do to facilitate and inspire creative, original, and critical thinking skills, not just within the classroom but beyond.
Now, if you want to teach somebody how to become passionate about, I don't know, American history, why would you give them this?
Last year was my first year teaching, and most of the engagement that I got from the students was either, them already being interested in the material, or just my enthusiasm, my passion for the, what I was teaching, grabbing their attention, and I was really wanting something deeper. So this year, I really focused on this overarching question of identity. What role does mythology, or these stories that we tell ourselves about ourselves, what role does that play in kind of informing and directing our self-perceptions, our interactions with each other, the way that we see our communities and ourselves within that?
I was thinking about symbols, and I was thinking, well, okay, we typically create singular symbols so that we can all feel we belong. Like we look at the American flag and we say, oh, we're all Americans. It occurred to me that if one used a certain kind of logic and really worked at it, one could come up with a system that would produce a shape for everybody on the planet.
The word avatar is a word that we know from James Cameron, but also it's from a Sanskrit word, and it means a descending being. So you see mythological characters in Hindu religion. It means when a god comes down to earth and takes a different form. In our digital age, the same word avatar is used when we're talking about our image on Facebook.
Some people, I think, have thought that the characters I do were, like as if I've always fantasized about being a femme fatale or whatever, in my film stills. I don't think of it as that literal to me. When I'm doing the characters, I really don't feel like it's some sort of something that grows out of my fantasy, my own dreams.
You know that that's not really them, That's their persona. Are they lying? No. But it's something that we aspire to be.
The biggest thing that I wanted to kind of get away from with identity was getting outside of the self.
Other people are always more interesting than oneself.
This kind of egocentric view of identity, right? Of self-actualization or something. That's not what I was really into.
If you're interested in other people, if you use your eyes to look out, not to be looked into, and then you connect, and then you're interesting, and then people want to be around you. And it's about the warmth and the charm you can radiate that is real because of your positive interest in others.
Who is this person? How do they interact within the world? And what kind of change can they affect?
We had a lot of freedom in class. Most of our time was spent just talking about things, maybe not even literature, just anything. We didn't learn from the book a lot. We didn't memorize a lot, which it just leaves your mind anyways. But we did talk about really deep things. We went into depth on things you wouldn't imagine in a themes of literature class, and I think that stuck with me more than any book work ever would.
We got to experiment. We didn't have a bunch of book work, which was nice, and there was less pressure, so we got to use more class time to discuss what we were learning.
I learned a lot about, the foundation and the bones of every story and how they all just kind of have the same basis. And when we did the project on the hero, it was really easy to tell that most stories follow the same kind of storyline. And even when we talked about myth and stuff like that, and how all sorts of religions kind of have some of the same things, it just really makes you think about originality and how things are changed and how everything's the same.
That right there, being able to kind of look and frame everything through that contemporary art lens, right, through that theory, that totally redefined the way that I teach, the entire educational process, the way my classroom operates, classroom management, the way I grade, the way I talk to my students, the way they talk to each other, and also, various aspects of my life. Going forward, I see myself as an educator just continuing what I'm doing, falling even more in love with the educational process.
There's a restless storm in my heart and mind, a restlessness that shakes the night, it breaks the unseen dream.